We see it all through the Gospels when Jesus and his disciples were surrounded by thousands of people who needed to be seen and they needed to have their lives touched by Jesus. Matthew's Gospel tells us that Jesus saw the huge crowd as he stepped from the boat and he had compassion on them and he healed their sick. When Jesus traveled from village to village and town to town and he was teaching and preaching and telling people about the good news that he was bringing, he saw people by the thousands. And Matthew tells us in chapter 9 that when he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they were confused and hopeless like sheep without a shepherd. And when the man with leprosy came to Jesus, a disease that resulted in a societal shunning and being pushed out of every aspect of social life, Mark tells us that Jesus was moved with compassion and he reached out and he touched him. And he said, I am willing, be healed. You see, Jesus loved people right where they were. It didn't matter what their situation was. It didn't matter what their condition was. He had compassion on them because he loved them. And he loved them so much that even when their presence and their needs and their expectations might have seemed to get in the way of what Jesus was doing or what was happening in that particular moment, he was always willing to let it slow him down, to interrupt him. And he didn't just have compassion. Jesus' compassion always led him to action. You see, that's the real test of compassion. Does it lead you to do something?